up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Reviews and Reviews. Back in here with one more video. Guys, you're looking at the title, you're looking at the thumbnail. You already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Now, guys, I was doing a little perusing on my Instagram. Shout out to everybody who sends me DMs of things to react to on my Instagram. I can't get to all of y'all. As you can imagine, I get way too many DMs that I can possibly keep up with, but keep on sending this. All right, keep on sending this. All right. Now, guys, one of the talking points that we talk through on this sector of YouTube far too often is this idea of accountability. Okay. Now, this clip that I have here today comes from the Kendra G dating show. It's called Singles On. She does it on Instagram. All right. And a young lady calls in and says that she's 7 months pregnant, but looking for a man. Let's watch this conversation. Without further ado.
Do you have any kids?
I'm currently pregnant. Yeah.
You're how many months pregnant?
27 weeks. So around 7 months.
Wait. Hold on. So you're pregnant right now. The guy you're pregnant by, you're not with him?
No.
So you want to get a jump start in who you want to date before you have the baby, I'm assuming.
No, it's not like that.
What is, but hold on. What is it like? Because this is a dating show. So people come up here to meet someone that they want to date. So do you not want to date somebody?
Yes, I do want to date someone. I'm not trying to make it seem like I want to be, I'm ready to like hurry up and jump into something with someone or like be in a relationship or anything like that off the bat because I am pregnant. That's not the deal. The deal is to, talk to someone. If we do go on dates, that's great too. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm rushing into anything with anyone.
I gotta stop. I wasn't planning on stopping it this early, but there's a couple of things that I noticed already. Number one, you can already hear children in the background, so there's other children within her life. Lord knows if it's her child, but there's other children that she apparently is a caretaker over. Along with having kids that she's taking care of, she's also 7 months pregnant, but still wants to date. What I also found interesting is when Kendra G brought up, yeah, where's the baby's father? And she's just like, no, I don't anticipate on being with him into the future, as if it's some nonchalant thing that the person who got you pregnant, you had no plans of this person being within your life or the child's life. What's so interesting to me is just the lackadaisical attitude within that. Like, there seems to be a lack of respect for two-parent households within some young women. There seems to be a lack of accountability because big daddy government will handle the bills for you to a degree. And it's really just scary. It's really frightening because you see it here with no shame. No shame. She wants to go on a date with a baby bump with a new dude in her. She's already on to the next one without taking any accountability or responsibility for the ones that she's currently harboring. Now, the accountability just doesn't stop there. Let's keep watching.
I asked this question, but I'm hoping it's a no. You're not planning to have sex with somebody else while you're pregnant, right?
No, no, of course not. No.
Okay.
No, like I said, I'm willing. I want to get to know someone spiritually and mentally first before I ever give my body away, because that's part of the reason.
But didn't you get to spiritually and mentally know the person who you slept with 7.5 months ago? Like, did that not happen? Did that not happen? Are we just gonna gloss over that? We're just gonna gloss over that. The pure and utter delusion with some modern women today is incomprehensible. It's incomprehensible. What makes you think that the next guy, like, listen, it would take a really slow gentleman, and I'm saying this from the most positive person from the most positive perspective that I possibly can, to take a look at her and her situation, knowing that she's got babies around her, she's got a baby in her belly, right? And to see her advertising herself like this with no shame, no guilt for what she has done, and it's all under the guise or the cloud of, I am a strong female, I can get it out the mud, I am independent, all of this different stuff like this. And to a degree, we talk about inside of YouTube, like this idea of shame and how it can negatively impact a person or a culture, but I think that there's a degree of healthy shaming that has to come back, because how else will people not understand that this is incredibly bad behavior? You understand what I'm saying? If you do not shame from a healthy degree a young child that is doing unhealthy things, right, and make them feel some type of bad regarding what it is that they are doing, then they will never fix that, and they will take that into adulthood. This lack of a baseline that we have for the culture, or what it seems to be is an artificial propping up of women irrespective of the choices that they make, is absolutely insane. But let's keep going.
While I am where I am right now, you know, I was just like, it was just all sex and not, you know, getting to know him more mentally and spiritually and emotionally, which got me into this predicament now.
Shout out to the maternal grandmother of our channel. Close your legs and open your heart. Ayanna dropping bars. Let's keep going.
So I'm learning from that. And from learning from that, I'm just not going to even deal with anybody, anything sexually.
Okay. So what do you say to the people that say, why don't you wait until you have your child to start entertaining other men?
The difference from me being pregnant and being someone else than a man getting all these women pregnant, not taking care of them, and continuing to be with other women.
You have a point there. That's why I said on the flip side, I know plenty of men who have dated other women while they had a child on the way.
This is the unaccountable bullshit that we talk about. You have the perfect opportunity. You have the perfect opportunity to help her understand the gravity of her choices, the gravity of the situation that she's in. But do you choose to do it at that particular junction? No. And in fact, when you ask her a question, well, what do you think that when people say that you should probably wait, and then somehow she spins it around to, well, men, you don't hold her on her accountable shit. It's so interesting when you hear an argument that says you, specifically you. What do people say to you? And then somehow in her argument back to you, she blames men. I see it with my own eyes. And I think like for far too long and far too often, we have allowed this type of media to hit our eyes to the point that we think that it's normal. We think that it's normal. Okay? But it must be challenged.
I guess it's because the physical aspects of the baby, you know, physically, you can see the woman pregnant. So I would just think, have the child and then focus on the guy. But
she's looking now like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, it doesn't even matter that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be 7 months pregnant, and I'm still trying to date. I'm still trying to meet and bond and love. And, you know, this new man, you know, I want him to, you know, come when I'm giving birth to a new human being, a new creation on earth. You know, I want him to call, hey, how did everything go? Did everything come out all right? Right? Did the father come and sign the birth certificate? Like, do you understand? Like, so, you know, we talk about the value of men and building yourself up to be the best version and component of yourself that you can possibly be, right? Like, but having to deal with someone with these decision-making capabilities and qualities is unfathomable to me. And it's also unfathomable that everybody in the United States gets the same type of vote. But that's a whole other video for a whole other story. Okay, let's just keep going back in.
But you say that doesn't make any difference.
I mean, that's another thing. People are saying focus on the guy. I've never lost focus of my child. I will never lose focus of my child, and I'm not focusing on another guy. What I'm focusing on right now is my child, and, you know, once again, just to do something that makes me, you know, happy as well. And if I'm getting to know other people and just, you know, like I said, communication, a mental thing, spiritually getting to know someone, that's not hurting anybody.
You don't have.
So the thing is like, and God bless her heart, right? Because, like, you know, sometimes I take for granted the microcosm that I've built up around me of, you know, knowledgeable people who execute on work that is giving to them, that really solution different things. And she seems like she's just trying to figure out life and just wants, so not only does she say that the children will be priority number one, which is fine in being a mother, but then also says that, well, but she still cares about, you know, her own self-satisfaction and finding someone else. And it's just like, mama, like, you're making so many decisions within your life that is not going to end up into a realm of happiness. You know what I'm saying? Just to be having sex, like you said it before, unprotected, and this is the result, but you're setting your romantic life, your relationship life, and potentially the ability to get married back to where you may not be able to get any of those things because of the decisions that you were making. But let's keep going.
But can we see the belly? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're really having a baby.
Yes, I am. Like I said, I have no reason to lie. And I didn't
know it was going to happen. That was an authentic reaction.
I'm completely open. I'm an open book. And I'm just looking for someone that can, you know, also match that. And that's it. You know, I'm not looking for anybody to buy me nothing, do nothing for me or anything like that. But basically be that friend. And if that friend ends up being my partner, my best friend, then that's a plus.
All right, guys, that's the end of the video. Listen, you know, at the end of the day, you know, oftentimes when I see decisions like this being made, I can feel for the situation because she doesn't seem like a bad person. She doesn't seem like a bad person. But as I hear her talk, it reminds me of like these Instagram posts that I see. It's just like, my truth is, you know, I just want someone to accept me for how I am. And it's just like, well, but if you lived your life, right, not in a realm of acceptability or realism, right? No one has to accept you. No one owes you anything. Nobody. Okay? Nobody. But what I see is that men experience the reality of living out into the world way more quicker than what women do. So it's like, you know, it's interesting too, because I see so many dudes that's down into the comment section. And I think like to a degree, there's certain dudes that's down in there that get angry that women in their 20s lives are a lot easier than men in their 20s lives. And they project that, you know, perceived hate onto the comment section or what have you. And I see that happening from time to time. But listen, guys, here's the thing to understand is that men get baptized by fire a lot earlier and you feel that pain earlier. But I think that it's better. I think that it's better to be pushed off of the proverbial diving board on the 20 feet and figure out how to swim than at 20, than at 37. I think it's a lot easier for the maturation of your life if you are willing to accept the challenge, if you're willing to swim. And what you see far too often with these young women is that they make these decisions and it's just like, oh my gosh, like I wish that you understand. I wish you understood how impactful these decisions are making because you're not setting yourself up for happiness nor your children. Okay. Last but not least, to Kendra G, who hosts this, like, hold people accountable. I've seen you do live streams on Kevin Samuels. I was going to react to your ass too. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He reacted to it. I think he did a sufficient job. You understand me? But it's just ridiculous how when like Kevin talks about these different things and he talks about like the single motherhood epidemic, but that yet you question him on all of the things that he says. It's so unbelievable that you have the keen opportunity right here to hit her with information that can help her in choices that she's making in life. Shit, women have so many different forms of birth control, you know, outside of the forms that men have. And not only that, but then they can choose to keep to full and as well as they can choose to give up for adoption. You have all of these different choices, but I see far too often so much information as to say, you know, I'm just going to get it how I live. I'm going to get it out the mud. I'm going to raise all of these on my goddamn own. And it's just like, damn, we've lost so much sight of like what actually has worked throughout the history of mankind. We've lost sight on the statistics that shows the benefits of two-parent household. And now this is what we get. Okay. Single mothers who haven't even given birth yet that are on dating shows looking for the one. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, feel free to hit me up. Keep on hitting me up on my Instagram. We'll wholeheartedly appreciate it. Keep on sending me fantastic content like this so we can toss it up in the air and have a pretty good conversation about it. Last but not least, I got a Patreon. All right, we're over 600 members strong, growing each and every day. Guys, feel free to click on the link in the description box down below if you want to get into the inner circle. We offer so many dope things, so many dope resources. We're actually standing up the ability to receive funds from people within the inner circle. If you come through and you have a particular talent and you want to go down and you want to teach something, the opportunity is there. We are creating a fantastic community, so I hope to see you soon. Until next time, YouTube.